Alright, what's up guys? We're gonna keep working on the VR4 today. I had a bunch of you guys actually leave comments and DM me and send me emails about how you got the rear turbo out. Every single one of you guys like pretty much said it a different way. One of you guys said take this transfer case out. It gives you a lot more room. I got the front axle right there, so even if I take it out, I don't know how much more room it's gonna give me. I definitely gotta drop this exhaust. Pretty sure every single one of you guys said I had to take the intake plenum off, or manifold, whatever you guys want to call it. I definitely gotta get the exhaust off, so I guess let's do that. We'll get the exhaust off and then we'll go look at it up top, because I could have sworn yesterday I was like, oh, I can get that off without taking that plenum off, but I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys said I had to get the plenum off. Hopefully I can disconnect this downpipe right here and then you know, up on the side of the turbo, and then just move it over here far enough that's out of my way, because this is still the factory downpipe. It's got like the place for the cat. If you guys remember, I spent forever trying to knock the cat out. It was just like that when I got the car. Whoever had the car before me, you know, upgraded the exhaust, but they just didn't put this pipe in on the rear, because you can't get it in without dropping the subframe. It's literally impossible to get that cat out. Right there, that cat right there, you can't get that cat out without pulling the engine or dropping the subframe. I tried it 1,000 different ways. Doesn't clear this drive shaft. You can't get it up. I mean, at least with the turbo on. Maybe once the turbo's off, I can get it out of there. I don't know, but we're gonna play it by ear like we did on the front. If I drop this, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to drop this transfer case, because I upgraded the drive shaft, so I don't have, you know, a U-joint right here to where I can just pull it and move it out of the way. So I'm gonna have to drop the drive shaft to get this transfer case out of the way. So I'm gonna try not to move that. I always forget about how bad this exhaust is. This is like the 10th time I've ran into this problem. Like most of you could just disconnect it right here, and then this would all be out right now. But it's such a rusted nightmare, and everything's a different size. They're just gonna break. I know they are. They're already like rounded off nuts. I can't even get wrenches on some of them. Like this, I have no idea what size this is. One side it's a 13, the other side's rounded off so much a 12 fits. I thought it was a 14 until I started scraping rust off of it. I just took that whole thing out. I should just go ahead and break those, and if I have to, get new. I was going to last time, but then me and my buddy were like, oh, why would you ever need to take this off again? Here's why. But now it's like that this time. It's like, yeah, I could take it off, but why would I ever need to take it off again now, after I did the turbos? I guess let's go up top and get this loose, see where I can stuff it at. If I had someone here, like if you're doing this, I would take the hood off. I can't do that by myself, because I'm a pussy. Most of you guys know why I'm a pussy. Why do I have to take the intake off? I don't know. I'm gonna try to do without taking this intake plenum off. I don't know why I keep feeling like I can do it, even though anyone that wrote me and told me how to do it told me to take this plenum off. I just don't see why it can't slide straight up. Maybe these little nips right here that hold the throttle cable in place, which one of them's broke anyways. I still need to tap that. It's been a year and I haven't done it. Let me at least get this hot side of the intercooler off. Gotta get this downpipe off. And dude, I really think I can get this out without taking this plenum off. Oh, by the way, here's a little trick that everyone seems to forget about, especially if you're on. I think I was talking about, don't forget, if you're working on a lift and you can't get the engine down low enough, you can take the wheels off. It'll give you about another 6 inches. And then you can get in here real easy. Yeah, see, it's a lot easier to get in here now. The lower you get the car, just don't knock yourself out on the hood, or if you got a buddy with you, or if you're not a wuss, take the hood off yourself. All right, these are, I'm pretty sure they're 14s if I remember right from last time I took them off. I'll show you. I mean, you could go back and watch my last video, but I'll show you little clips. It's not that hard to get this off. You gotta take this off if you got this black plate. This is like for the EGR or something, to get a socket on there. Or you can just use a wrench if it's not that hard. Yeah, you can use different swivels and stuff. If you guys remember me trying to get that cat out, I had this all disconnected. I just used like a swivel and the short extension and stuff, and I got it off pretty easy. I got you kind of at a weird angle I'm gonna try to give you guys a little time lapse. I don't know if it's gonna work out. I don't remember getting any of these from the bottom the last time, but I'm gonna obviously do it this time, or I'm gonna try to at least. All right, I ended up just getting that last nut off on the downpipe right here. I ended up having to break out the super cheap ratchet because it's like the perfect size. Like if you just got one of these cheap ones laying around, like in your car or something, one of those little cheap ratchet set kits, that's the perfect size for it. I wish I had more teeth. I might actually go buy like a good one this size. Alright, it should just slide right off. There, that's off. I wish the studs would have came out and give me some more room. Alright, I don't really think I need to record this. I'm gonna take off these lines. That right there, antifreeze line, oil line, antifreeze line. Take those off. Alright, I got the lines all off. That's pretty self-explanatory. Let's move those antifreeze lines out of the way. There's one there and one's pushed down there. The oil is a hard line, so it doesn't really want to move. I got the intake off the turbo right there. Just the hose that goes to like the mass airflow sensor. Got the vacuum line off the wastegate. And then I should only have 3 bolts. This thing should come straight up. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to get these hoses off. I don't know. A lot of people said that I gotta take this off. It might not fit in between there. I already had that off to do plugs and stuff. I really don't want to have to take it back off and get another gasket and that whole... Yeah, I don't see why I can't slide it this way. Pick it up and bring it out this way. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera or not. Just follow the exhaust manifold. The 2 bolts are for the back are right here. So this is a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. The top one it's been soaking for 3 days, so it literally just came right off. I don't know why I would have to get the transfer case out of the way. There's the... Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get to the oil feed from under here. I'm gonna have to take it off right there and try to fish it up through. It's right here. This really hasn't been that bad. Numerous people told me that these turbos are like the worst turbos to get to. They're not. They're really not. They're one right there and one right there. They're 14s. I don't want to use an impact because I don't want to break them off in the turbo. That'd suck. So I'm just gonna try a bunch of extensions and not put too much torque on it. This one, I can't get it. I even actually ended up putting the impact on it. I'm gonna just completely soak the shit out of it. All right, it's been a good hour. I went and had lunch and everything. This thing's been soaking pretty good. The nut came off. That's 100% what I did not want to have happen. I was hoping the whole stove was gonna come out. Should have never sprayed PB Blaster on the bottom. I should have sprayed it on the top. All right, let's get this oil return line off. That's why it's leaking. There's no gasket. I don't know. Let's go up top and see how hard this is gonna be. All right, gotta try to get these lines up out of the way. This downpipe over here as much as possible. Alright, I got that bolt to come out, and this turbo's loose. Alright, the oil fill line's getting caught up, so now that I got it moved back, I'm gonna see if I can reach those 2 bolts from the bottom. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't know if I can get to those 10s now that I got sideways or not. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but right there, that bolt, I gotta get that off. And I gotta try to get to the other one. Okay, I don't know if you guys can even tell what I'm doing. I got the turbo in here sideways. I'm getting to that oil line with this wrench right here. You just gotta finagle it around. You can twist this thing around and get to the bottom of those. Alright, I got one of those oil line bolts out. I just got like, you got pretty much crawl up in here. I just got the turbo moved around so I could get to them. I got both of them out. I didn't record the other one. You wouldn't have been able to see anything. I just wanted to show you that it's possible to get that line off by just keep moving the turbo around until you can get to both of them. Look, please hope I'm recording. Boom. Oh shit, I spilled antifreeze everywhere. There it is. You don't have to take the intake manifold off. There's a couple chunks out of this propeller. Woo! That's fucking awesome. Alright, so everyone's saying that you gotta take that intake manifold off and the transfer case out. I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing, but you don't have to do all that. And I don't think it would have made it any easier. Because, I mean, you take this intake manifold off, it doesn't give you any more room. Because the head's right here. Like, can you see? That right there, that's the head. And it comes up to, like, right here. So even if you take this off, it's going to give you a ½ an inch away from these nipples, and that's it. Nothing else is in your way. You don't need to do that. You don't need to go through and get all these lines off. It's not fun to get this off. You gotta get all these off. I've had it off a couple times. This is the oil return line. Just gonna leave that in there for now. I don't know where the where this ring's at. This ring came off the one on the back. I don't know where the one to the front is. Yeah, it's not in there. I forgot all about that ring until it just fell out of the back one. Yeah, I gotta find that. Hopefully I didn't sweep it up and throw it away. Remember, that front turbo fell out. Once I did that line, it fell out. That thing could be anywhere. I looked all up in the engine bay, all the little cracks and stuff, to see if it was sitting somewhere. Because I figured it'd be like sitting right here. I can't find it. And with Malcolm in here, I mean, he could have taken it anywhere, or the fact that I had floor dry on the ground, I swept it all up. It could be in here. But there they are. There's both of the babies off. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. One of them got a chunk out of it. There it is, that top one. To the left, just a little bit. There's a chunk out of that. Oh, there's a bunch of play in this one, Jesus. So this one's got a chunk out of it, barely any play. This one doesn't have any chunks out of the propellers, but there's a lot of play in there. So they definitely need to rebuild regardless. And like I said, they're gonna be polished and just go a little bit bigger. I don't really know what size bigger, what like the next sizes is, but that's what I'm gonna do. I can't believe I lost that ring. That's gonna drive me nuts. Even though I know I should replace it regardless, not having it's gonna drive me crazy. I'm usually really good at that, keeping all the nuts and bolts and everything. And hearing something if it falls, the only problem is that that whole turbo fell off. So that thing could have bounced across the room. For all I know, it's sitting on top of the transmission somewhere. I don't know. All right, well there you go. The back turbo is not hard at all. Honestly, I think it was easier than the front. Well, mainly because I tried to do the front without taking the radiator out. So, I mean, of course the front one's easier now that I think about it. One of you guys that care, send me a link to buy these rings. I don't even know what they're called. Not all turbos have these. If they do, then I've put turbos back in without them. Because I've done turbos to where that like ring is built into this. Like one of them will be like that. Like that, it'll just be built into, or maybe it's just pressed in when you first get them. Because I put new turbos on before that is just like that. That ring doesn't come out. Or maybe it did, it was just pressed in. I didn't know these came out. That's sick that I got them out now. Now I gotta call the machine shop. Alright, so I talked to him. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and jump to stage 2. We were talking about doing stage 1, just polishing them up, get a bigger compressor wheel, and just get new propellers and bearings and all that stuff. But he said he's got a guy that can machine these bigger. Depends on the price, because I mean, if they're gonna be that expensive, if getting these machined out is gonna be as expensive as buying big turbos or going single turbo, I've really been thinking about getting different manifolds and just going single turbo. I think that'd be cool. Alright, I found it. Someone tell me what they're called, because I'd probably just want new ones anyways. If the ones that I've worked on before, they didn't come out, and they're not supposed to be this loose then, right? These are just old, wore out, heat cycled too many times. So I definitely would like new ones. Someone let me know where to get them. I've ended the video like 10 times. I'm sure it'll all be edited out. But I just keep finding stuff that I don't know. Like this top number right here, the S, and then it's F. I can see it better on the camera actually. F07422 or 002. This I can't even read, but it starts with a D. SD0230. I don't know what the rest is. There's definitely a 55. What are these numbers? Does this mean these are the right turbos? Or did someone already machine these out and then, I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe someone redid these already. I don't know, there's the numbers. If you know something that I should know, let me know. I'm debating on sending them out and having them just cleaned up and then just a little bit bigger compressor wheel. Or if I should just spend the money and get upgraded turbos. It's like $1,200. It's like cheap turbos. I don't know why I'm being so. I got like 15 grand in suspension parts. I'm sitting here whining about $1,200 for turbos. All right, this is for real, the end of the video. I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think I should do. Send these out, get them done. That was the plan. They were going to be done here in like a week. I don't know what to do now. See ya.
I'm willing to die for this shit. I'm ready to flip and end up in prison the rest of my life for this shit. So my mama ain't want me, she got an abortion, I end up surviving this shit.